Hello, how is everybody? It is so good to be here on this full moon in Libra tonight. Um, we have a lot to discuss. The pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall into place. Thankfully, things are frequency is this is all about frequency because Libra is an air sign, and oh my goodness, I have so many notes everywhere. Give me a second to figure out what I'm doing. All right, there we go. It is so nice to finally be on. This is technically the first full moon of the new year because we had the spring equinox on March 20th. And here we are starting a whole new year. So this is kind of the culmination moon of releasing what is, full moons are for releasing. They're directly across from each other on the chart. I'll show you the chart. It's a pretty chart today. And full moons are for releasing. All right. I always do a little release ceremony. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me for a bit. And this moon is at 12 degrees. Okay, so we have the sun in Aries because we're in Aries season, and we have the moon in Libra. Well, this is actually it's always another turning point in the astrology, but this 12 degrees in Aries is, we're going through this Aries season as we have been the last few years. We've really purged a lot. We're recreating ourselves as these new energies and new frequencies come in. So we had the last full moon was in Virgo, and that was I think it was a total eclipse. That one really purged a lot physically. Like it's the physical purge. And you got to think of the Libra full moon, since it's an air sign, it's mental, is a mental purge. So to me, as the Virgo full moon was about purging toxins and parasites and all that crap out of our physical body, this Libra full moon is doing that to our mental body. We have been doing this for the last few years. We've been deleting, old programs, all the old manipulations, the distortions of how to be human here on Earth, 3D Earth. Well, turns out that was all, a lie. Here we are, remembering who we are. Oh, look at it. Hi, Gina's Place on YouTube. Good to see you. Hi, Karen Robinson. Hi, Shining Love, Light, and Truth. And hi, Mangled Unicorn. Oh, I hope it clears up too. It was a beautiful moon last night. I didn't see it so far yet. I woke up in the middle of the night having to look up. This is what it was. I had frequency is always on my mind, and they were talking about the ether. Like the ether is all around us, and the ether used to be on the periodic table, but they took it off. And I'm doing this at 4 a.m. So that was kind of the pretty much bringing in what I was feeling about this frequency, because Libra's a frequency. Well, every sign is, but it's definitely an air sign. Oh, thank you, Shining Love, Light, Truth. And that air sign, air is fast. We have Libra, we have Gemini, and Aquarius. They're brilliant. They're the parts of us that are just that ability to make things happen, to pull things together, to really connect to the other side effortlessly, especially over these last few years. It is just becoming second nature to us. It's actually our first nature. We're just remembering who we are Okay, as usual, my throat wants to be cut off. Every time I start talking live. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. So this is Libra. Libra's, and people will say, well, Libra's about balance in relationships, right? It's diplomacy, um, fairness, intellectual justice, harmony, peacemakers. And yes, they are all of that. But everybody always wants to go, well, it's all about the other. Well, the relationships with other is very important. But first, we have to have a relationship with ourselves and under control, and who we um, are being. I shouldn't say it like who we are, who we really are authentically, and then share that with the others, right, in other places. Hi, Viviani, good to see you. So this is about us. This is about us purging all the mental distortion, the mental programming that has held back humanity, really, and each one of us individually, of course. Venus is all about beauty too, right? Let me say, like, Venus rules Libra and Taurus. Venus just went into Taurus on the 30th. Hi, Amanda. So that's her home. That's where she's nice and comfy and cozy, and does, has all the things that she prefers to, that really, bring her that sense of, that surrounding beauty. Of course, when you're surrounded in the beauty, but inside that makes you feel like, oh, I'm just so happy in my space, right? That's what Venus and Taurus is like. And it is the comfort of home, and it's safety and security, because that's ultimately what it is Venus is looking for. But she also rules Libra, so she's the ruler of this full moon. And it just happens to be, this is spirit to me, lining up one part of her Taurus part is now in the actual sign of Venus, and the moon tonight, which is, I should have said this, at 10:12 p.m. Eastern tonight. And so that makes it 7:12 p.m. Pacific time. Please don't ask me to do all the times, because my head can only hold so much. And there's the point. Do you guys feel like time is just, there is no way, like, time is so fast. Things are coming in so fast and furious, right? And our old programming, the old 3D construct of our mind, wants to make it make sense, wants to get it all and digest it and really understand what's coming in, because, we're open communication line to the divine, to all that is, to all these frequencies. Depending on where you place your focus is, are you going to receive the divine insights, or are you going to entangle yourself with the lower 3D, the old programming, let's put it that way, because we've deleted all that programming. Well, that's what we've been doing, and so it's an ongoing thing. But for the most part, these last few years, we've deleted that old programming, and we've been sitting in the void so long. Just go back to Pisces season. It was just like, there was nothing. I didn't know if I was going to come back in or not. And it was to clear us of all of that old stuff, all that stuff. It's stuck in us. It was stuck in our cells and our molecules, and those, those heartless, soulless parasites running around and trying to attach to light. But the minute they feel light like ours, if you're in your heart and you are constantly pouring out love, they don't want to have anything to do with you. That they can't stand that feeling of unconditional love. So this is how we've, as we've been, excuse me, as we've been releasing all that, and we've been raising in frequency, and slower, it's been kind of up the spiral, and it's slow, and we stabilize at a certain point, then you release some more, and I always said we release to receive, then we receive what it is that really is us. And we just kept doing that. This has really been going on our entire lives, but I'm just going to focus on the last few years, or 2020, because we can see that demarcation point and everything we've been through since then. So this is really cool, because we are upgrading, right? We're upgrading our frequency. We're remembering who we are. At the same time, we're upgrading our frequency. More of our true nature is being turned back on within us. And this is where the air signs come in. They are, it's like quick, fast, and furious. You know, but we're so used to, I got to write it all down. Like I wrote today. And, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I do know this. But then I go, well, who am I to say I know all this? I'm going to forget something if I don't write it down. It's kind of where we're at, though. We still have to be in the physical as we're recreating, remembering our authentic selves. So it's kind of a weird spot to be in. I don't know. Is anyone else feeling that? Like, you know, and you have all this information coming in, but it's like so fast. It's like, did I miss something? I feel like I'm going to miss something, really. So it's something that we have to get used to, is what I've been hearing all day. Well, last couple days. And that ether that's all around us, that speaks to us, we know that everyone is psychic and intuitive. And everyone here practices that, I believe. And we have to practice being our authentic self again. So we made room for the mental to be cleared, and a lot of us are still going through a lot of crap, so it's in stages, as this whole journey is. But the ether and everything connected to it, everything is connected to everything. And if you think of it like the internet, this is a good way to look at air signs. We're the internet of frequency that covers this entire earth, and we're connected to everything here, and we're even connected to higher consciousness beings that many of us speak to, right? So it's it's really there's no limit to what it is that we have access to, but we don't remember. There's no manual, Hi, Diana's here. My buddy. She's going to be back soon. She's still healing, but she's doing an excellent job. She's becoming bionic. So we're gonna have some fun when she gets back. And see, and everybody's going still in parts of their healing journey, right? And it just depends. But you see, wherever that is, whatever's going on with you, like I know a lot of people who are having digestive issues, things like that. That's your body, our cells coming in and purging out that old toxicity. And it's not comfortable, but once it does that, it recreates and makes that whatever part of you isn't feeling well upgraded with new cells and more vibrant cells, is how I'm seeing it. I see them as like gold and sparkly. Oh, you had first PT today. I bet you just woke up. It takes a lot out of you. It's a lot of work trying to walk again. And it's kind of a good analogy here. Like, even though she knows how to walk, she has to learn how to do it with a new body part, right? That's kind of exactly what we're going for. We know that we're human, we're connected, but we have to relearn how to be our authentic selves that are fully integrated, like with the top of the line. They always show me this, and then I forget the word. When a car comes fully stocked, it's like we come with all the bells and whistles, but we didn't know we had them, and we're just remembering them. So I still can't get the word, but anyway, the ether is all around us. Is life in all plants, all trees, all animals. And you guys know that you can speak to that stuff around you, anything around you, or you'll be thinking of something. So you're thinking, I always say this simple one, you're a butterfly, and a butterfly comes through. That's not just a coincidence. This is talking to us, whether we're speaking it or thinking it. So here comes the real, I have to learn how to walk with alignment. Yes. And this is where we are spiritually and emotionally, yes, as well as physically. We are plasma. Thank you for bringing in plasma. I mean, it's so cool because it's all like this and I know a lot of you can see through the veil, and you see it on the other side, and it's brighter. There's so much. It's more vibrant. It's more alive, right? All this is coming online for us, but it has to take steps and stages. We can't unravel all the toxic distortions and then just be normal again. And I've asked this question, and they said if we did that, if we just turned it up as far as frequency up as far as we could, we wouldn't make it. We have to acclimate. So that's what we do. We go up the spiral and we stabilize every time we go up, and we're getting there, right? But all this is okay. So let's go to thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. We are what we think. I think right now that life that you're living is based on what you think and believe and perceive to be true. So at any minute we can change those if there's something that isn't optimal for us that we would like to experience but aren't. And this is part of the air signs, right? The air signs help us. Not only do you think faster, like Diana is a Gemini, and you see how she could do stories and dreams and stuff like that. I mean, just off the chart stuff. And for me, that's hard. I don't really visualize like that, but I feel, I sense, and we all have our combination of how we receive information. So the air signs are helping us. They basically checking us, because we are at a full moon. It'll be a culmination at 10:12. So do a little ceremony for yourself, release ceremony, and then call in your intentions. And give yourself a little, give the world, give Mother Earth, give Mother, Father, God some love, and call in what you would prefer to experience. Be detailed about it, because this ether all around us responds to us, but it can tell by even the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are one. I mean, perceptions are one thing, but then you put the feelings in it, and that's how this ether reads us. It reads us by how those feelings are, and that's frequency too. And I know a lot of times I'm not in a good mood, and I just have to let it play out. And I think a lot of grief has been going on, especially with all this crap and the wars and things like that. But at the same time that is going on, I keep hearing it is going. It's making way for these higher frequency reality to be there. This is like the death throes of the old era, and it's got to play out the way it's playing out. And the only thing we can really do from me sitting in my chair here is send it love and blessings, which I do every day. Peace and harmony. You know, that's a big Libra thing. They want peace. They want everybody to get along. And I was thinking that it could be very diplomatic. But on the 3rd, which is actually pretty good, this squares, well, up until the 3rd, we got this square going on with Pluto in Aquarius. Now that's making sure the authenticity comes to the forefront. Anything that's not authentic will be seen in these next couple of days. And I expect to see that out in the world and in all the political stuff. So a lot of this is like truth bombs are here. You know, there's no way around it. These energies, especially when they come up to Pluto on a square with Aquarius, which is for humanity and the collective, it's about finding the diplomacy to create peace in whatever way that's going to shape out. There's a billion different ways this could play out. But for today, we have the square, I'm sorry, not a square, what did I lose my mind? Trine with Jupiter in Cancer. Okay, so that moon in Libra is with the Jupiter in Cancer, which is emotional intelligence, and it's going to expand that. So this is also good for the external world. That Jupiter makes it bigger. Cancer wants safety and security. The way to do that is by being emotionally intelligent. Again, Cancer is a feeler, right? We feel things. And a Cancer part of you feels it. But this is where it's really important individually to take those thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions and you know, challenge them if they come up and it doesn't feel right to you. And it's not providing you with the life you would prefer to experience. Upgrade those beliefs and thoughts. It's important to get your thoughts and beliefs in line with your feelings so you can be a flowing, you know, we're energy columns, right? And there's that higher frequency flow of being in alignment, being in cohesion, you know, with who it is that we prefer to experience to be. Because a lot of times, I don't know about you, but I had to fake it to make it. Like, I don't know, 10 years ago, that was the big thing. And I was like, this isn't my reality. I don't even see that. And it would be like, well, just pretend it's there. And I thought that was stupid, but it really worked. It eventually worked. I had to get out of my own way, though. I was the one blocking my progress forward. So it's really important that we realize that we could be, and I think we all know that here, we could be our own worst enemy. But at the same time, even though we may have cleared that, we know that there's frequency distortions, wars going on out in the external world that is, hi Polly, hi Leah, that is, again, the old era, the heartless, soulless, and their death throes. And it's, you know, be mindful of that, because they're really they're masters at what they do to try to trap our minds, you know, as TV, all of it. You guys know already that they're pros at brainwashing. They're pros at hooking us and taking us down into the crap with them. This is, to me, that was the big thing for today. The Libra full moon was the removal of the mental parasites, the mental thought distortions, and the things that just keep popping up, and especially if it has got to do with your worthiness, because again, Venus rules Libra and Taurus, and that is what, in Venus is what we love and value, and worthiness comes in first. Well, I'm not good enough for that. I know I went through a lot of that throughout the years, and you are the only one who can decide that you are good enough and you are worthy, and you're a beautiful soul. I mean, all of you, all of us are, everybody is. Lee's moon is in Virgo, but I'm having a day thankful for discernment, right? Discernment is Virgo's favorite word. High ethnicity. It's important to be discerning, because again, there's a lot of distortions flying around everywhere. So we are removing the old programming. We've pretty much gotten to the point where we have become experts at being a neutral observer. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times where that goes right out of the window when I get, hi, Venus, Pisces, how are you? And all of a sudden I'm back down to square one, trying to figure out how to release this anger that isn't even, let's face it, all that stuff going on in the world, we didn't do that. We're in the what's the word? We're the ones that are feeling the outcome of what they're doing. And it's just that neutral observer really helps. Sending it love really helps. Being the love that you are in every moment. And this way, you kind of put that. And I hope we're all putting bubbles of protection around us. This is really important right now, and I don't mean it out of fear. Like, my bubble is it's sparkly and it's see-through, and it's like energy can come in and I can send energy out. But it's really important because these parasites and things they're running around and they're doing their thing, and they are weapons of mass destruction. Hi, Judith Anderson, good to see you. Oh, I am. I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me, guys. I appreciate it. So, their weapons of mass destruction really do knock the air out of us sometimes, and I think we're getting pretty good at, okay, here it is again, and it goes through faster than it used to, and you bounce back faster is what I want to say. And it just seems to be that's what's going on. I know Easter's on the 5th. I don't know why I'm getting something on the 5th. I don't know if the Artemis, did it take off? I didn't even get to see. Where did it go? Okay, so we're in Aries season in the sun. And we have all these whole lineup of planets in Aries. And by the time we get to the Aries new moon on the 17th, this is going to be the big one. This is the one that says, you are, who are you? I am, and we're stating who I am. We're proud of it. We're not allowing any external things take that away from us. We've worked hard to become this new improved. Well, it's not even new and improved. It is actually our original factory settings, but they kind of lost in the sauce for a while. 26,000 years. We have been in this. I call it a darkness. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get dark, but it is. It's dark. 26,000 years. We see who's ruling us. We see what they do and the things that are coming out. And there's no way to sugarcoat that. So we are holding that space for this frequency, these higher frequencies to come in. And as we do that, we raise in frequency. They cannot raise in frequency because they are a match. That's the thing with frequency. You have to be a frequency match. So if you want to be in the fifth dimension or sixth dimension or seventh dimension, you got to be in that frequency match. There's that neutral observer. There's that being the love that you are in every moment, being authentic in every moment. That right there will get you and keep you in a higher dimension, But we are in the third dimension as it is being as everybody's elevating, so we have to come back into the third dimension, and we're just kind of on a seesaw. But we are stabilizing. I think you can all see that in the last couple of years we have stabilized in these higher frequencies more and more. And as we do, the external world gets more disturbing because they're trying to prevent us from that raising in frequency, which they cannot do. They can't raise in frequency, but they don't want us to because we are their source of energy source. So we know that it is, for us to be in that higher frequency and authenticity and self-love. That inner self-love is the first relationship you have. So if we go back to the Libra full moon, that relationship with yourself is the most important one. And then you can have positive relationships with others, because you know your limit, you know your boundaries, you know what you will and won't accept. I know I didn't learn that till very late in life, so I'm playing catch up. But I think a lot of us have that, and here we are where we really get to say, this is a boundary. I have my protection. I ground into earth every day, connect to my higher self. This is all important stuff that we do day in and day out to keep our energy, our frequency clean, and our column, because you got to think of yourself as like a battery. We're columns of light workers, love workers, energy workers that are anchored into Mother Earth and then connected to our higher self, our teams. So that took a lot of work to get that inner self-love and acceptance, to balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Leah is beautiful. I've been in the yard. I'm just so excited for the yard. I'm in the garden. I can't even tell you. I'm so excited. I got all the seeds ready. Things are getting ready in the starter plants and the starter soil. I love it. So, and then as we've been realizing that we are, that self-love and acceptance is everything. And this is the more that we honor ourselves, honor this energy around us, right? And this is how we receive more downloads. We just know we know things. Things are coming in that it's meant for you, and you can't miss it anymore. And that's kind of the big thing with this Libra full moon. Those downloads, that information coming into you in every moment. I mean, it's getting faster and faster. And like I was saying in the beginning, it's almost like you can't keep up with it. It's a lot of people are feel like they don't focus well. They forget. That's kind of the old ways of thinking and being a human are being replaced with these new this new divine technology that we're connected to this in every moment. The divine is talking to us in every moment, and we can't miss what that is. There's no way that just passes us by. But how do we become this vessel of just accepting of it. It's weird. I know I'm struggling with it. It's like I need to know, but I got to write it down or record it or whatever. It's just a bizarre place to be. But I am being assured that this is us upgrading with divine technology. So that comes with divine wisdom. We always have to do the protection on all your energy bodies. Let's see what else I got here. There's a lot of frequency interference. And what about those fireballs? That was crazy. I don't, I haven't, I'm starting to dig into that, but I'm not sure. I think it's from Three Eye Atlas, is what I'm getting. Hi, Gary for Grace. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Leah. So we clear and be mindful when those negative thoughts, the doubts, the unworthiness stuff comes in to, look at it, accept it, honor it, accept it, whatever, however it comes out. And then just say, thank you. It's just the old stuff popping up, because we've been clearing so much. And it comes back around, we release in layers. And as that layers gets, sometimes it comes around and it pops back in and you're like, I thought I cleared that. And it's the last remnants of something. Kind of focus on the frequency you would prefer to be, or notice the frequency that you are being in most moments. What do we got here? Libra is the epitome of discernment, integrity, and authenticity. So is Virgo. Yeah, this is big. Mars is in Pisces still, so there is that connect. Like Mars in Pisces doesn't really act as, he more feels and floats in that Pisces energy, and he's kind of, well, is that the way I want to go, or do I want to go this way? But Mars is going to go into Aries on the 9th, and that's the ruler of Mars is Aries, and then Mercury is going to come into Aries on the 14th. So then the mental stuff, you're way forward, because Mercury is also in Pisces right now, just kind of floating around. What do I want to, what's my next best step? What am I going to create? And we're all kind of just looking at the world like, this is so ridiculous. Why are you guys fighting? Why did you start a war? But there is no logic to that. They're doing that to keep the frequency as low as possible, because that's what they do. They're heartless and soulless. So just know that Mars, though, is gaining divine inner strength. And when he comes into Aries, he's going to have the ability to act on that information he gained from spirit. And the same with Mercury. So that is going to be cool. Like I said, this new moon is on the 17th. Is huge. And it's the last one where we have like all pile up of planets. And the new moon is where we create and plant the new seeds. And you can think of all of this like gardening, right? Like you want to make your soil. You want to, make sure you have all the nutrients you need and enough water. You have the seeds, organic seeds and stuff like that. Our relationship with ourselves is the main relationship. And, and you are divine. You are a spark of the divine. So it is so important that we have that relationship with ourselves. Let's see what else we got. I just kept writing. Oh, that was interesting. Everybody hear about the Chris Bledsoe prophecy from 2012, where he had a date for Easter Sunday this year. New knowledge coming in. There would be a war with Iran and Israel. and these orbs would come out of the sea. I don't think that happened yet, but and then we have the Artemis 2 going around the sun. Does anyone know if it actually took off? Did it do it? I haven't looked. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. All right, so Aries and Libra across each other. Aries is the I am, right? Libra is the other, right? Because Libra's the scale, so there's two. But Aries is, the head, the brain. Libra is the scales. There's that balance, but that brilliance comes in. It's just natural, really, for the air signs, and with Aries ruling the brain, there it is the head. It's pretty cool. We talked about Venus in Taurus, Pluto in Aquarius, squaring that. What's not authentic is going to come up. The Jupiter in Cancer is a T-square. Sorry, that's full moon in the sun, creating a T-square. That is bringing in the expansion of the truth. This is big, too. This is not just, well, and all of this is individual and collective. They work for both, all this information, because this is also of Jupiter squaring the moon, the truth revealed to the masses. So I do think something's coming out. I do. But there's stuff coming out every day, right? It is ridiculous most of the time. Let's see. Jupiter expands the truth. Cancer magnifies safety and security, home, family, how we show up emotionally. This is that emotional intelligence is really important. And it is transforming. It is going to transform. All of this is. This is all these are the puzzle pieces falling into place for us to raise in frequency and thrive. We are being realigned. And we can look at it like this also. Aries rules the head, right? So the third eye's up here. The two hemispheres of the brain, and then the third eye. So to me, that I just kept seeing this like what hemi-syncing is, like if you cross your arms, your legs, or your hands, and it connects both spheres, both hemispheres of your brain, and this way there's a smoother interaction with each side. You're not just more right brain than you are left brain, I should say. And we are being deprogrammed from the old, and we are being plugged into. It's like I just kept seeing these plugs coming in. The new plugs are being plugged into this divine socket. I don't know how to describe it. It looked really cool. But you can feel it. You can feel this this higher frequency coming in. There was a couple that just focus on your frequencies, choosing higher frequencies, thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. Celestia is in trans-Neptunian object, asteroid, and conjunct 11 degrees right next to 12 degrees Aries sun. And she's like the sparkle on top of the waters, where you just see the light and the sparkles. But what I saw, and it's always associated with the sea, she was Neptune's wife, is that we were getting a salt bath. We were being cleansed. Now, Aries is a fire sign. So it was like this salt steam bath thing I was seeing. And it was to dissolve any ego, anything preventing you from creating the new identity that we're all recreating in Aries season this year. Well, every year, but this year especially. And this is our relationships with the truth. Clearing, okay, here's the one thing I kept clearing inner conflict that originated from false programming. That was kind of kept going over and over and over again in my. And then the moon is right next to Maki Maki at 11 degrees. So they were right across from each other. And Maki Maki is new beginnings, higher consciousness, it's a higher octave of Uranus. And again, Uranus, air, and Uranus, by the way, is going to go into Gemini, air sign, at the 24th of April for 7 years. And that's going to be, I think that's what all this preparation was for, because we're seeing how fast the speed of thought is and how to bring in that information and comprehend it and really let it stick. It's still, we're a work in progress is what I'm seeing, but that's really going to help when Uranus goes into Gemini. We also have Chiron and Aries. We got a lot of Aries stuff that we're going to go over on the Aries new moon. Maybe Diana will be back by then. I don't want to rush her, though. See, it's not feeling good. We are rebuilding ourselves in Aries season. Embodying the new details that we prefer to add to our new experience, right? It's this one astrologer I follow that is like my teacher. He is saying this from spring equinox to now, from the spring equinox, right there was the old era and the new era, but this is like this second version of you in this lifetime. Like we are really thoroughly recreating ourselves, and we have all this new frequency available to us to do that. So that to me is just like, wow, so cool. Thank you, Diana. She said, love that. Connect both hemispheres of self. I am that I am begins with connection to self, not ego. Thank you. I miss her. She'll be back. She always helps me with the words. So Pisces, when before the sun was in Pisces, right? It fused all of those signs, because all those signs that are in Aries now were just in Pisces, but it infused the divine in everything as it went into Aries. And we also have the big one, Neptune and Saturn, both went into Aries. So that says right there the new era, and that's where we're at. But we're just at the beginning stages of it, right? But we get to choose. We get to choose, what does that mean? Aries is the courage to act. And we're going to have Mars there on the 9th. So we'll probably have a little bit more, incentive to act. We really, Mars is in Pisces right now. We're kind of feeling it out. And that's okay. And, Aries is a pioneering spirit. And with this Mars coming into Aries, that is, well, all of these planets really, spiritual warrior. This is, we came into understanding that we are higher consciousness beings. We're spark of the divine. And this is what light workers, love workers, and energy workers are. We've got to commit to ourselves, choose ourselves right now, especially if you're still, hi Karen, still kind of teetering and stuff on, a lot of, it's not easy to change the version of you that was, the people pleaser, or always there for others. And right now, these last few years, it's been about really going in your inside and giving yourself the space in the room to figure out who you are and what it is that you want to experience, right? And I mean, that's what we do. We're light workers. We stand in our power and shine, and that I just have I am. That Aries is I am, very first house of the zodiac, and that I am is figuring out who I am, right? Who am I in these new energies? And it doesn't mean you have to know this tomorrow. It's just keep that in mind that we all are being upgraded. We all get to add to this experience in whatever way we choose, but we have to be the one to believe in that and have faith in the divine for that. The courage to be our authentic selves and allow others the same. Bloom, and this kept coming up. All kinds of stuff with the garden, because I've been in the garden. Bloom where you're planted. It's an old saying, but I kept seeing it. Divine love light is miracle growth for the soul. I thought that was cool. And always ask, and I think we're pretty good at this. Is this a divine or something else, or is it the programming or the parasites? They're trying to still feed us inaccurate, outdated information that is detrimental to life on Earth. But everybody's seeing through it now, and that's the cool thing. We can really see in real time that people are they're just looking at it like this doesn't work anymore. And we can see you. We can see the man behind the curtain. We see you. You're right there in front of us. Oh, I'm so glad you came in, Karen. Thank you. Aw, thank you. That's what you put, Leah. That's what don't kill us makes us a bad bitch. Isn't that the truth? My goodness gracious. And divine warriors, spiritual warriors, right? We are being asked to delete the program and don't abandon yourself, your light for others. Cannot speak. God, I can't even read I couldn't. You cannot speak butterfly language to caterpillars. That's a big one. I keep trying to do that to some people. And I'll be standing there knowing I'm doing it. And I'm like, what are you doing this for? I'm just trying to be helpful. Really, I am. But it's not. It's just making people, uncomfortable with me. So, who's ready to talk about these things and who's not. We guide by example. And I like this. I heard this today. Do not hustle for your own worthiness. Like we felt like the more we did for people, or the more that, the more productive I could be and be superwoman. I can now, be worthy of love, of being alive. Venus is about love and what you love and what you value. Be discerning and you first, and that's not selfish. It's us first, and then we have enough, and we understand who we are. We have the boundaries. We have all the stuff we need, and we can then give to others. We are the pioneers. I think you all know that. We are the ones that are who we've been waiting for, but we're also the ones that are on the front line. And it's mostly, our age group, we're women. And most people, don't even notice us, but we are the ones bringing in this new reality. the divine feminine is coming back online. I thought that was crazy too. Road to heaven is single file. We light the way. We are the pioneers. We choose our alignment with the divine. Be our authentic self by removing all the programming. That just kept coming up. I just kept writing it. Let's see. Bring awareness to our hearts. Breathe in. Okay, this was at the end. And put your hand on your hearts. Take a couple deep breaths in. Kind of sigh it out, like make noise. Really feels good. Just remember to do that. Tell yourself you love yourself. Stand in your truth. We are the leaders of our lives, and this is like we are being mentally aligned. The degree for this is the last thing I want to get into, was 12 degrees 21 minutes. So of course I looked up the number 1221. Personal growth, positive change, to trust our intuition, maintain a positive mindset, balance and harmony, spirituality and comfort, ultimately hope, joy, thoughts, beliefs are positive actions. Stay simple, focused, and aligned naturally. So I thought that was cool. And then, of course, I looked up the Sabian symbols. I have them here, so we'll go through that. Okay, so Sabian symbols are, I look up 12, but usually if it's the degree is 12 degrees, you're supposed to go to the next degree for the Sabian symbol. But in all cases, the degree of is significant too. So 12 degrees Libra, minors emerging. The symbol suggests return to the surface after a period of deep inner work, bringing unconscious buried knowledge into the light of conscious awareness. Jeez, man. To me, that just like, you couldn't even. And then 13, and that is what we've been doing. I mean, we've been returning to the surface after a period of deep inner work, or bringing unconscious buried knowledge into the light of conscious awareness. I just thought that was crazy. So, and then 13 degrees Libra, children blowing bubbles. This symbol highlights the need for lightheartedness, creativity, the joy of creating delicate, ephemeral, or beautiful things, often suggesting a need for less serious approach. Now I thought that was cool. It's like, we did all that work, and yeah, there's still work to do, but we get to like start enjoying it. We can declare that we're healed. We're on this healing, because I know I healed for 30 years, and it's like, got to come to a point where we change the narrative. And this is that air, right? This is the mind. So if we can see the children blowing bubbles and highlight the need to play, but if you look at the bubbles, that's higher consciousness information too. I thought that was cool. And then I went out to 14 Libra, a noon nap. This symbol represents a pause, rest, and integration, suggesting that after activity, one must step back and allow for quiet, passive reflection and restoration. I left that in there because that is what we do. Like, as we're raising in frequency and we going up the spiral, and then we stabilize. When you stabilize, you take that rest, you take that pause, before you go again. I mean, sometimes you don't, it may not seem like that, or we may not look at it like that, but we have to always take the time to integrate and allow to breathe in, to understand what we just experienced. And that's the thing with air signs. We have this information is coming in so fast. Speed of light, I kept seeing the speed of thought is faster than the speed of light. And I'm like, I don't know, is that even true? But sounded good when I was, because I get stuck in my head a lot. Aw, we are powerful. Would you put here, Leah? We are sovereign. We are a spark of everything. We really are. I mean, we've come so far. And here we are on the first full moon of this new year, this technical new year of 2026. And I did pull a couple cards too. They were pretty cool. And we have that new moon where we plant the seeds in Aries on the 17th. That is huge because that is us declaring who we are and what those details and attributes we are want to bring to who we are, bring into who we are. Now, of course, I can't find what I'm looking for. All right. Let me pull this one too. So just out of this quick little deck, I got quickly, rabbit, speed, and magic. Right now, soon, right track, multiplying, birth. Well, rabbit, okay, first of all, it's the first, and say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit 3 times to bring in luck for the month. And also do the cinnamon ceremony, blow cinnamon through your front door to, as you're speaking your intentions. Do your release ceremony first. I mean, you can do it any way you want, really, but that's how I do it. I clear out the old and then call in the new. But I just thought it was funny that the rabbit, and think how fast rabbits are. It's like the fastest as the speed of thought, right? It's just so fast. And then I got take flight, again, air sign stuff, bird, peace, message, freedom, good luck. So I thought that was cool. And I had a gateway of light activation card. Now I can't. Okay. Which was interesting. I was reading about Artemis too, and part of it they're calling Orion, and that's the card I picked was Orion activation, and it says supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. That's what we've been doing. I mean, it just blows your mind, you know. And the other one I got was Hathor Light Codes, Light Emergent, Full System Upgrade. That's what I was trying to say. Power Recall. And this is all coming in. We're remembering all of this coming in. Hi, Pamela Anderson. Diana say, I'm so glad you talked about the cinnamon. I already forgot. I know, I got to do it too. I was like, oh shoot, it's the first. I knew all day it was the first because it was the full moon in Libra, but then I forgot it was the ceremony day too. It's and this is the first technical month of the year, you know, the full moon. So I would do a big cinnamon, you know, just call in your intentions, call in what you really prefer to experience, what you love and value. That's all that Venus. Let her, she loves all that stuff, all that cozy, comfortable, luscious, you know. All right, so I got this Star Dragon Oracle cards here. Let's see what they say for our full moon in Libra. I don't know if anyone wants a card. What time? Oh, we're already past 9 o'clock. It goes so fast. I thought I'd been here for like 10 minutes. I don't know. All right. Oh, look at that. We got Miracle. That pink dragon looking at the lighthouse. That's you. You're the lighthouse. And we're full of miracles, making a difference. How cool. Man, I'm so glad you guys are here and hang out with me. I really, oh man. Okay, they want me to do the bottom one too, is rebirth. Giving yourself a second chance. Hi, Gwen. All right, I'll pull a card. I'll pull a dragon card for you. Rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. That's really what we're doing. We are rebirthing. We are remembering who we are as our authentic self. And we are being rebirthed. But it feels like we've been in the birth canal for quite a long time. I know I want a pink dragon too, Leah. Well, you know what? I just heard you have a pink dragon. Just call them in. They're right there. Okay, let's see, Gwen. What did you get? Invention, burning with passion. You got something you're wanting to create, Gwen? That's a cool. I never saw this one before. That is really cool. All right, Gwen, burning with passion. There you go. Anybody else would like a card? Leah. Leah wants a pink dragon. All right, guys. I'm going to pull Leah a card. Yeah. Oh, you're teaching what? To teach painting to other women. Oh, that is so cool. Do it. This is for you. Okay, Leah, I got you. And then I'm going to do Pamela and Polly. Let's see. No way, Leah. Look. This is a pink dragon. The miracle. Making a difference. You saw me shuffling. Ah, that's too cool. Gwen, keep us updated. Let me know. I feel like you should be teaching, you will be teaching painting. Oh, Diana wants a card too, of course. All right, Polly. Let's see. Polly, you got challenge, standing up for your rights. Remember, you got a dragon right behind you. You got that, Polly. Let's see. Pamela Anderson. I'm so excited to be here with y'all. I really love being with y'all. I miss being with Diana though. Kind of weird being by yourself. I'm just sitting here talking to myself in my room, it seems like, even though I know you all are here. All right, Pamela. Pamela, you got the pink dragon too. Miracle, making a difference. You're the lighthouse. Forgive my nails. They got soil all in them. Oh man, that is too cool. We're getting the pink dragon. Okay, Diana, you're welcome, Polly. Oh, Sunny, love, light, truth. Did you want a card? Pink is the color of love. It is. Yeah, I do too, Pamela. I love it. All right, Diana's card. Let's see what Diana's going to have. Awesome. I got my moon water. I did see the moon water. The dragon on that card matches the heart in the background. Aw. Thank you. You see all those colors, girl. All right, Diana, wisdom. Look at that. You got the white sparkly dragon. And this is, it looks like a Oh, he's really cool looking. It says asking questions, wisdom asking questions. And there's I want to say a higher consciousness being there that the dragon is with, hanging out with. Aw, you got a pink dragon. It's a glove. How cool, Diana. Okay, I'll check it out. Well, maybe I can show everybody. Let's see. Diana got a pink dragon. It's on her hand. Can you all see it? Let's see. There we go. That is cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, Gina's place. Let me see. Oh, I'm missing that. Where'd you go? Okay, so Gina's place. Shining love of truth in Gina's place. Yeah. All right. Gina's place. Oh, Gina's place got challenged too. Standing up for your rights. That's crazy. Like the same two cards keep coming up. You know, they're saying, okay, like the ability to speak up for ourselves is very important, especially at the Libra full moon. Okay, let's see. Shining love, light, truth. Let's see what we got here. You got inspiration. Now there's like four of these. I want to say one is time, one is knowledge. They're like the four main dragons. I'd have to look through the whole thing. One is space, time, knowledge, and inspiration. So I know that you have a lot going on that you're creating, and this I would say is a message to keep doing what you're doing. Shine, love, light, truth. Keep being inspiration. Keep creating. Keep listening to the inspiration downloads. That's what they're showing me. You get these downloads coming in. Raven does need one. She needs them. She's so cute. She's my little gardener helper. Oh my goodness. Hi, Maria. Feels grateful. Good to see you. Are you just getting up from a nap too? Oh my goodness. Standing up for us women is now. Yes. Maria, would you like a card? Angela's here. Hi. Angela's my first buddy here. All right. Always listen. Thank you. Okay, Maria, I got a card for you. Knowledge. Maria, share that knowledge. And this is one of the four like main cards. There's an Egyptian pharaoh, looks like, on there. I guess that's supposed to be a representation of the Sphinx. There was something about the Sphinx going on. What was that? Oh, that was that one guy. What was his name? Oh, and all planets are direct. I forgot to say that. This is like until May 6th. This is really important to know because the energy is smooth sailing, clear sailing, smooth sailing. What am I saying? Hi, Janet. Bora Bora's here. Would you like a card? Let's see. Do zero retrograde. Okay. What was I looking for? Oh, the guy. the guy had something about the Sphinx and the lady and the oh my goodness, what's his name? Chris Bledsoe prophecy. Oh, here it is. The Sphinx is aligned with Regulus, the blue star, on Easter, 4/5/2026, which I thought was pretty cool. Regulus is a royal fixed star, but not like royalty here. This is like authentic, being who you authentically are. That's royalty up there in the higher realms. Janet, I'm gonna pull you a card real quick. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything's okay. All right, Janet. Healing, restoring hope. Now she's like, it was interesting. She's like a little fairy with a big dragon behind her. How cute. The elementals is all air too, right? All that air. We can talk to all of the elementals, all the beings. I'm not tired. I got you. That was your card, Janet. And now I don't even know what I just said. Time's just weird. All right. I'm going to pick one more for all of us. I don't know. I feel like picking cards. So, anyone else? Put it in there. If not, it's going to be the last card, and we will see you on Friday with Fearless Fridays with Kaylee at 6 p.m. Let's see. Okay, we got invention, burning with passion. And we got the same 3 cards 2 times. That's crazy. So, what is it that you are wanting to create? Let's do that. Because we're the ones that are creating the new world, the new era. We're creating it by every moment. As the old dissolves and is destroyed and closes down, we're creating the new. We create all the new ways forward. We're restructuring the structures. Diane and I have been saying that for 3 years. We were coming to this, but honestly, I didn't even see it being this crazy. But here we are. And it's kind of like, I don't know, I always have this overwhelming feeling like it's all okay. It's all going to be okay. We're all going to get through this and get to the other side, and it's going to be much better. That deck is really cool, Maria. That's Star Dragon's Oracle deck. Oracle cards. All right, guys. We'll see you on Friday. Love you very much. And maybe if Diana's feeling good, she'll be back on the new moon in Aries. Till then, take it easy. Mars is going to go direct on the 9th and then Mercury on the 14th. So we don't have all the information yet. We're still playing these energies. Keep dreaming and imagining. Dawn, yeah, Glenn, yes. See, that's for you. Invention. Need to be reminded to use my passion as fuel for projects. I think we all do. It's like we don't think that it matters, but it really does. All right, guys. I hope to see you soon. I'll see you Friday. Love you. Be safe out there. Happy full moon in Libra. Do the cinnamon ceremony. Blow cinnamon in the front door. We love you. Bye, guys.